Amber, for being on the show today. How have you been?
I've been really good. I'm really enjoying Perth.
Awesome. It's always good to hear people enjoying my hometown. So how's the Comic-Con lifestyle? Like, have you been really busy?
Yeah, they've kept us hopping. I mean, I don't think I've sat down other than to sign pictures for like 5 minutes. Literally, it's like, okay, now go here, now go there. Now you're going to do a panel. Now you're going to sign more pictures. Now you're going to take photos. It's super insane.
Is your hand cramped from like signing your name?
Everybody always assumes that your hand cramps. They're pretty strong wrist muscles that I have. Good. So I spend a lot of time, because I write now mostly, so I spend a lot of time on the computer.
So you don't forget how to spell your own name or anything?
Oh gosh, you would think. The time that I spend on the computer without writing, you know.
It really does change what your hand does, doesn't it? I find if I've been typing, then I'm like, ooh, what does this do?
It's like way looser. It's like loosey-goosey, your signature.
Yeah, your handwriting starts out nice and neat, and then it gets worse.
Mine's never been neat. Mine is scrawl. It's chicken scratch.
Awesome. So let's talk about Buffy.
Yes.
An amazing series, quite groundbreaking for its time. What was your experience like on the show?
We had a blast. I mean, very infrequently do you get to work on a show that is not only well put together, well written, well acted, but actually has like the ability to change things a little bit. Because of the character that I played, I feel like we opened a lot of doors to the LGBTQ community by portraying a lesbian couple who just happened to be lesbians. They were just really well-drawn, beautiful characters.
That because it wasn't called out as, oh, and now we've got a couple of lesbians. So it was this beautiful part of the storyline, and it's two people fell in love.
That's right. And if you're lucky enough to find somebody you love, it doesn't matter the gender of you or the other person.
And so what were the fan responses at the time like? I mean, was that really positive for the burgeoning community?
Yeah, I've been super lucky. I haven't had a lot of bad experiences via my work on Buffy. I got a lot of letters from young people around the world saying, you know, I live in a very small town where nobody is gay. Nobody talks about being LGBTQ, and I feel like it's okay to be who I am because of this relationship.
That's amazing.
And yeah, so, you know, like I said before, when you're working on a show that's not just well done, but actually has the power to impact the way people perceive the world, then, you know, that is a rare thing indeed.
It really is. And around that time as well, you know, the internet wasn't as prolific as it is today. No. So that would have really started that whole movement of making people feel a lot more accepted. Because these days, I mean, everything's out and proud on the internet, but still, you've still got some of those.
It's 2015, but we still live in a world where it's still not 100% okay to be who you are, and it's going to change. We're going to change it.
We're changing everything.
But it's a slow process.
It is.
You know, and it takes little baby steps, and I think, you know, the Willow Tower relationship on Buffy was the beginning of cracking that glass ceiling.
And it was, and I think it was in the way it was presented as well. Like we said before, it was just a relationship. There was nothing. They weren't hanging bells and whistles on it. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't gratuitous. Ooh, two girls making out.
Yeah.
Woo! I mean, I think we had the best relationship on the show. We like raised Buffy's sister Dawn. So.
Oh, it was and it was so sweet. You guys were so sweet
adorable
together. So, what was your favorite episode to work on?
Oh, come now. I think it should just be a given. It's the musical episode.
I was going to say. I was like, you have such a beauuful voice. Did you train as a singer before?
I did a lot of singing when I was a kid. I actually sang in the Orlando, Florida Opera.
Oh, cool.
So I knew what I was doing a little bit, but I just had a blast. It is by far my favorite episode.
It's an amazing episode. I mean, it's so hard. It must be so hard to put together a musical, especially
I don't know.
In the turnaround time of a TV show.
I don't know how they did it. I mean, it was so impressive. Joss just sat down and wrote it, and then, you know, we would normally do an episode in 8 days.
Yep.
We did our 8 days of the musical, and then for the next, like, month and a half afterwards, they'd knock on my door and be like, okay, we're doing pickups. Here's the corset again. I'd be like,
not again.
Not the corset. Ah!
But it was amazing, because a lot of the cast didn't have the experience in singing and dancing and things like that.
But they sounded amazing. Everybody really pulled their own weight, you know?
They did. I remember seeing an interview with James Masters a few years ago, and he said, when they told us what we were doing, he goes, oh, good, we're all going to be out of a job. He was convinced it wouldn't
James. Work. He has a band. He's got an amazing voice.
He is, and, you know, I love how they turned that rock genre on him. And
I know. He had such a great song.
He did.
I was like,
but I loved your song as well, like how it was just perfectly juxtaposed, and it was like...
It was really sweet and kind of naughty.
It was, at the end there.
But I remember hearing it the first time and going, wait, I say what?
But it gets so sad as well when it gets blended with Giles's
yeah, it's beautiful.
It's just so haunting. Memories.
I know.
It's funny, I was like, I have memories of it too, and I wasn't even there. Anyway, thanks so much for coming on the show today.
Oh, my pleasure, Beck. Such a good time here in Perth.
Excellent. Hope you enjoy the rest of your time here.
Thank you. I think I will.